Dave Baines from Sheffield, Judy Shute from Redditch in Worcestershire, Cliff White from Weston-super-Mare in Avon, Marcus Shadbolt from Bradford-on-Avon in Wiltshire, Ted Harvey from Broadstone in Dorset, Noel Shea from Caterham in Surrey, Barbara Whiteman from Disley in Cheshire, Maurice Buckley from Allestree in Derbyshire, Paul Kendrick from Margate in Kent, John Fisher from Leeds, Michael Mostowski from Glasgow, Frank Chater from Cheam in Surrey, Rose Sharp from Nottingley in West Yorkshire, Mel Frankel from Bury in Lancashire, and Sophia Moulding from Woking in Surrey are all here to play the 1000th edition of 15 to 1, introduced by William B. Stewart.
Thank you. Hello. There's a party spirit in the studio today to celebrate the 1000th edition of 15 to 1. I have to say that when I made my first entrance onto this set in December of 1987, I never thought I'd still be here in November 1995. But here I am, and in that time you'll have worked out that 15,000 contestants have stood behind me. In fact, Sophia Moulding at number 15 is contestant number 15,000. The bottles on each desk are champagne, not for consumption until after the show. Party spirit or not, one thing I can promise you is that the questions won't be any easier. Our previous winner is contestant number 14,995, John Fisher from Leeds. Welcome back, John. Let's see if our 1000th winner can find a place in the grand final. 2 questions each in the first round, 1 correct answer from you to survive, and we begin with Dave Baines from Sheffield. Dave, which organisation's central office is at 32 Smith Square, London, SW1? The Conservative Party. Judy, the Jewish religion. What's the difference between a bar mitzvah and a bat mitzvah? Bar mitzvahs are for boys, bat mitzvahs for girls. Cliff, please, television. Which ITV company is based in Manchester?
Granada.
Marcus, business and commerce. Which register was formed in a coffee house in 1760 to draw up rules concerning the construction of merchant ships?
Lloyd's.
Indeed it was, Lloyd's Register. Ted, please, the United Nations. 5 specialised agencies of the UN have their headquarters in the same city, in a country which is not a United Nations member. Which city?
Ankara.
Geneva. No. Television. Channel 4's American situation comedy Frasier is set in which American city?
Los Angeles.
Seattle. Barbara, in which national daily tabloid newspaper is John Williams the political editor, does Kate Thornton write the showbiz page, and is Nigel Clark the chief sports writer?
Daily Mail.
The Daily Mirror. Morris, on the same subject, Philip French on cinema, William Fever on art, Michael Coveney on theatre, and Alison Pearson on television. They are critics in which national Sunday newspaper?
Sunday Times.
The Observer. Paul? A Sabra, spelt S-A-B-R-A, Sabra, is a native of which Middle East country?
Saudi Arabia.
Israel. John, please. History. 2 men were President of the United States during Alec Douglas Hume's term of office as Prime Minister in this country. Either of those 2 US presidents.
President Johnson.
Yes, and the one before that, Kennedy, of course. Michael. Which day is celebrated on the 2nd Monday in March of each year in the 51 member countries of an international organisation?
Commonwealth Day.
Frank, please. Which English county has the motto Invicta, meaning unconquered, and a white horse as its emblem?
Kent.
Rose, please. The history of pop music. Which British group has had the most British #1 albums with 12 and the most American #1 albums with 15?
Rolling Stones.
The Beatles. Mel? God Defend New Zealand, O Canada, Advance Australia Fair. What are they?
Sorry, no idea.
They're the 2nd national anthems of those countries. And Sophia? By what popular name is the motorway traffic junction on the M6 at Gravelly Hill in Birmingham known?
Spaghetti Junction.
And your second question, Dave. What word is officially used to describe a place used by the Salvation Army as a church?
Citadel.
Judy, please. Heraldry. Which insectivorous creature is termed in heraldry an urchin? The hedgehog. Cliff. What name is given to the entrance to the Houses of Parliament at which people queue for admission to the Strangers' Gallery in order to watch proceedings in the Commons?
No, sorry, I don't know.
St Stephen's entrance. Marcus. Castle Rising, Downham Market, Wells next to the sea. Which English county are they in?
Yorkshire.
Norfolk. Ted, please. Popular music. Isn't it Romantic, Blue Moon, and My Funny Valentine? Who wrote the words to those songs?
Sammy Khan.
Lawrence Hart. No, the royal family. What relation is Princess Anne to Lady Sarah Chatto?
Her cousin.
They are indeed. She's Princess Margaret's daughter. Barbara, Burnham-on-Sea, Shepton Mallet, and Dunkery Beacon are all in which county?
Norfolk.
Somerset. Morris, medicine. Bright's disease is an affliction which affects which organs of the body?
Kidneys.
Paul, film roles. Which British actor, director and producer in a long career played Lord Nelson, Henry V and Richard III in films?
Oh, Charles Lawton.
Laurence Olivier. John, brontophobia, spelt B-R-O-N-T-O. Brontophobia is the fear of what meteorological phenomenon?
Meteors.
Thunder and thunderstorms. Michael, the New Testament. To which three books in the New Testament does the term synoptic refer?
I don't know.
The first three Gospels, Matthew, Mark and Luke. Frank, Shakespeare. Romeo and Juliet. How old is Juliet in the play?
12.
13. Rose, please. The royal family. Alexander, Earl of Ulster, Davina Windsor and Rose Windsor. Who is their father?
Prince Richard.
Yes, Prince Richard is, of course, Prince Richard, Duke of Gloucester. Mel, please. Technology. Standard record players use a stylus. What do compact disc players use?
Laser.
Sophia, famous quotations. This one from Samuel Johnson in the 18th century. Claret is the liquor for boys, port for men. But he who aspires to be a hero must drink what?
Whiskey.
Brandy. Four down, 11 to go. Laura?
And they are Judy Shute, Ted Harvey, Barbara Whiteman, and Paul Kendrick. And for the remaining 11 contestants, no one has 3 lives intact.
This question for you, Dave. Which newspaper cartoon character has a wife called Flo and a best friend called Chalky?
Andy Capp.
A number, please.
3.
Cliff, magazines. In which weekly woman's magazine, of which Kathy Watson is the editor, does Jill Cox write the problem page and Frank Pilkington predict the stars?
Woman's Own.
Woman's Realm. Dave, please.
Number 6, please.
No. Thalassography, spelt T-H-A-L-A-S-S-O-G-R-A-P-H-Y. Thalassography is the branch of geography dealing with what? Seas and oceans. Again, please, Dave.
4.
Ashby de la Zouch, Ibstock and Uppingham. Which county are they all in, Marcus?
Leicestershire.
A number, please.
15.
To what occupation does the word tonsorial relate, Sophia?
Barber. Haircut.
Yes, hairdressing. A number, please.
4.
Marcus, from 1703 until 1914, it was called St. Petersburg. From 1914 to 24, it was Petrograd. From 1924 to 1991, it was Leningrad. What's it now called?
St. Petersburg.
A number, please.
Number 11.
The cabinet, please, Michael. What double portfolio is held by Gillian Shepherd in the cabinet?
She's Minister for Education and also, I can't remember the other one.
The double would have made it education and employment. Again, please, Marcus.
Number 10.
The game of chess, John. What is the maximum number of squares any piece can move in a single move?
8.
7. Again, please, Marcus.
Number 12.
Frank, Pierre-Auguste Renoir, the French Impressionist painter, had a son who was a famous film director. What was his name?
I don't know.
Jean Renoir. Again, please, Marcus.
Number 10.
John, in which city is the University of Warwick based?
Coventry.
A number, please.
11.
Michael, on a large-scale ordnance survey map, what do the letters PC stand for?
Public church or something.
I thought you were going to get it. It's public convenience.
Yeah, public convenience.
John, please, again.
12.
Theatre, please, Frank. The 1932 play Dangerous Corner was recently revived at Chichester and in the West End of London. Who wrote Dangerous Corner?
Priestley.
Yes, J.B. Priestley. A number, please, Frank.
Number 8.
Language, please, Morris. What term in English grammar is applied to constructions such as to boldly go, which are regarded by grammarians as being incorrect?
I have no idea.
Split infinitive. Again, please, Frank.
6.
Number 6. No. Heraldry again. Vert, V-E-R-T, is the heraldic term for what colour?
Green.
A number, please.
4.
And still heraldry, Marcus. What in heraldry is an escutcheon?
A sword.
Shield. Again, please, no.
Number 1.
Dave, the name, please, of the present head of the longest reigning royal family in the world.
Elizabeth II.
Emperor Akihito of Japan. Again, please.
Number 15.
Sophia, the method of determining the date of which festival in the Christian calendar was fixed at the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD.
Easter.
A number, please, Sophia.
14.
Mel, 2 Mediterranean islands are full members of the Commonwealth. Which 2 islands?
Australia and New Zealand.
Malta and Cyprus. Again, please.
12.
Films, please, Frank. Many of Hollywood's great early filmmakers were European. In which European capital city were the famous film directors Joseph von Sternberg, Otto Preminger, Billy Wilder and Fred Zinnemann all born?
Vienna.
Yes, Frank. A number, please.
Number 13.
Rose, which Australian state capital city is named after the wife of King William IV?
Adelaide.
A number, please, Rose.
6.
Noel, the Irish shillelagh is traditionally made from the wood of which tree?
Sycamore.
The blackthorn. Again, please, Rose.
15.
A year in the 1950s, please, Sophia. ITV began broadcasting, Winston Churchill retired as Prime Minister, and the film actor James Dean died. Which year in the 1950s was that?
58.
55. Again, please.
8.
Architecture. Morris, in an abbey or monastery, what was the refectory?
The room where they ate their food.
Yes, the dining room was. A number, please, Morris.
14.
Opera, Mel. In which John Gay opera is the highwayman Macheath torn between Polly, a criminal's daughter, and Lucy, the jailer's daughter?
I've no idea, sorry.
The Beggar's Opera. Again, please, Morris.
Number 12.
Shakespeare, Frank, A Midsummer Night's Dream. In which play within the play is Tom Snout the Tinker cast to play the part of the father, but finally plays the part of the wall? The play within the play is Pyramus and Thisbe. Again, please, Morris.
Number 1.
Dave, the title of which public service in Canada is abbreviated to CBC?
It's the Mounted Police.
Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. I think you were thinking of the RCMP. Again, please.
Number 3.
Cliff, World War II, at 11 a.m. on the 3rd of September 1939, who broadcast the words, "This country is at war with Germany"?
Neville Chamberlain.
A number, please.
13.
The Bible, Rose, the book of Daniel, chapter 5. What was the name of the son of Nebuchadnezzar, the last king of Babylon, who saw writing on the wall at his feast?
No.
Belshazzar. Again, please, Cliff.
8.
Morris, what are the Bora in southeastern Europe and the Mistral in southern France?
They're warm winds.
Well, they're dry winds, but I wanted winds, so yes.
Number 3.
Cliff, if something is described as being miscible, M-I-S-C-I-B-L-E, what is it capable of doing, or what properties does it have?
It mixes freely with other compounds.
Yes, like gin and tonic.
Yes.
A number, please.
15.
Sophia, what does it mean if a fish is said to be anadromous? Anadromous. It means it lives in oceans but moves into rivers to spawn from salt water into fresh water. Again, please.
8.
Punctuation. Parentheses are also commonly called what, Murray?
Brackets.
A number, please.
Number 13.
How many years does a tercentenary celebrate, Rose?
300.
A number, please.
3.
Cliff, Queen Victoria, her first name wasn't Victoria. What was it?
No idea.
Alexandrina. Again, please, Rose.
4, please.
Music, Marcus. What is the name of the sign written in front of a note indicating that it has to be raised by a semitone?
No, I don't know.
Sharp. Party spirit or not, it doesn't get any easier. After the break, Maurice Buckley from Allestree in Derbyshire, John Fisher again from Leeds, and Rose Sharp from Nottingley in West Yorkshire will be here for the final. Do please stay with us.
Three surviving contestants in today's 15-to-1 final are Maurice Buckley, a retired chief technical author from Allestree in Derbyshire, John Fisher, a civil servant from Leeds, and Rose Sharp, a care worker from Nottingley in West Yorkshire.
Thank you. Welcome back. Maurice, John, Rose, the 1000th final. Fingers on the buzzers, please. A winning score above 121 required for a place on the finals board. Quotations. Which singer said this? I am Armenian. Everyone figures out that I'm a Frenchman because I sing in French. I act like a Frenchman, and I have all the symptoms of a Frenchman. Maurice?
Charles Aznavour.
Yes, indeed. What in California was named in 1849 by a party of gold-seeking 49ers, some of whom died of thirst and exposure when trying to cross it? Death Valley. What famous diagram or map was first designed by a draftsman named Harry Beck and published in 1930? John?
The London Underground map.
Yes, it looks like an electrical circuit drawing. What word has been coined to look at history from a female perspective? Herstory or her story. Sport. Two major annual events in the British sporting calendar. One over a distance of 4 miles, 374 yards. The other over a distance of 4 miles, 855 yards. Which two annual events? The Oxford and Cambridge Boat Race and the Grand National. How is a painter called Francis Louis Barrault connected with the HMV Record Company? John?
He painted the dog Nipper. That's the emblem of HMV.
Listening to the old gramophone. Before the present incumbent, the last 3 prime ministers in which country were Bob Hawke, Malcolm Fraser, Maurice?
Australia.
Yes, and Gough Whitlam. Still Australia. I want 4 names, please. The names of 2 Australian states and their respective capital cities. No takers? New South Wales and Sydney, Queensland, Brisbane, South Australia, Adelaide, Tasmania, Hobart, Victoria, Melbourne, and Western Australia, Perth. Literature, Muriel Spark, the prime of Miss Jean Brodie. In which city is that story set? Rose?
Edinburgh.
It is. The Latin word opus is used in the singular to refer to an individual piece of work by a composer. What's the plural of that word? John?
Opera.
3 correct answers. The choice is yours.
I'll nominate Morris.
Maurice, card games. What name is given to the container from which the cards are dealt in casinos?
No idea.
It's called the shoe. Again, please, John.
Rose.
Transport. What in East London is the DLR? Docklands Light Railway. Again, please, John.
Morris.
What in Greek mythology was the distinguishing physical characteristic of a cyclops? They were one-eyed giants. Again, please, John.
Rose.
Rose. Zoology. What type of sea creature is a medusa, spelt M-E-D-U-S-A, pronounced medusa?
No.
It's a jellyfish. Again, please, John.
Morris.
Morris, who at various times in her life was Miss Mortensen, Miss Baker, Mrs. Doherty, Mrs. DiMaggio, and Mrs. Miller?
Marilyn Monroe.
Question or nominate?
Nominate John.
John, winter sports. In what way does Cresta Run tobogganing differ from standard luge tobogganing?
It's in a track with raised sides.
No. In Cresta Run, competitors lie prone and forward rather than on their backs, as they do in luge. Morris, please.
Nominate John again, please.
John, please. What name is given to the more than 2,000 square miles of marshy land designated a national park in Florida?
The Florida Keys.
The Everglades. The Keys are the islands that go south from Florida. Morris again, please.
John, please.
This is television. Which actress, John, plays the obsessive snob Mrs. Hyacinth Bucket, which she pronounces bouquet, in the BBC series Keeping Up Appearances?
Patricia Routledge.
Question or nominate?
Rose, please.
Rose. Omerta, O-M-E-R-T-A, is the code of silence of which organisation?
Trappist.
The Mafia. John, I'm back with you. Question or nominate?
Nominate, please.
Books. Goodbye Columbus. The Anatomy Lesson. Portnoy's Complaint. The author, please, Morris?
I have no idea.
Philip Roth. Well, our 1000th edition champion, so far with a score of 41, John. 1 life left, 20 questions. Let's see how far that 1 life can take you. I told someone else the other day that we had someone standing here with 1 life left and made it into 150 points and the place in the grand final. See if you can do the same. Horse racing. What name is given to the type of harness racing in which the horse thrusts out the fore and hind legs on the same side simultaneously? It's called pacing. Well, you've put your 41 points in the bag. It's a winning score. No place on the finals board. You can collect your bottle of champagne from wherever you were standing before you go. You're our 1000th champion, and we'll see you sometime in the spring, John, for another go at 15 to 1. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, there you are. The party's over. That's it. 1,000 not out. I can only say that I hope we can keep going long enough for me to pass the milestone already passed by my friend Richard Whiteley on Countdown, who's got more than 2,000 editions under his belt. That means, of course, that I'll be staggering out onto this set 3 years into the next millennium. My thanks to those of you who have been with us from the beginning and to those people behind the scenes on 15 to 1 who helped to make it look so easy. We'll be back on Monday, same time, same place, 4:30 Channel 4. See you then.